Hi, today I'm going to be talking about the top 7 reasons for back pain at work. And this is HealthyBackGirl. Thanks for joining me. And my name is Kamala. Yes, that's my real name. So let's get started. So these are the top 7s. So the first one is like not having supports. Okay, so no supports at work, meaning you're standing, if you have a job where you're very active or you're standing at work all day, there's nothing there to support your weight, nothing to support your feet, nothing to support your back. Definitely, those are not good signs. Also, if you have a job where you are at a desk or you sit down somewhere a lot in a cubicle, not having the proper chair to sit on is, a no-no. And basically, yeah, like your whole setup is just going to put pressure on your back. What you do in this situation is to make sure that you have your supports. So if you are at a standing job, have the right shoes that you need to wear, because even if the job doesn't supply you with proper mats to stand on, or whatever the circumstance, if you're the type of person that has a very active job like I do, where you have to be moving around constantly, so it doesn't matter if you have a mat or not and you're on a hard floor, you need to have proper shoes. Okay, next, if you are in a desk job, make sure that you have proper cushions for your chair. Okay, so that's one of the things that you need to do. I think I'm going to write in my other pen. Not liking this black. Okay, secondly, number 2, not taking enough breaks. Okay, and these are the things that I used to do. For first of all, for supports, I used to just go in and wear heels or wear shoes that just weren't benefiting me. I used to do that all the time when I had my stand-up job and I was there all day, just putting all that pressure on my back. And for my other job where I sat down for most of the day, no cushions, no nothing to support my back, and I would slouch or lean or whatever. And these were hard chairs. They weren't like the soft ones in the office where you could recline and on. These were hard chairs that I used to sit on with no supports. So that's something that I used to do that was a no-no. Second, for not having enough breaks, I used to just wait the entire shift, some days, before I would really rest. I would have a lunch break sitting on something that I really shouldn't be sitting on, like not really taking the breaks that I needed to take. So that's a no-no for number 2. And I know that a lot of times we have jobs that are not flexible and we can't just, take a break whenever we want. Some people, you have to go at a specific time. So I totally get that. But we need to find some way around these things. Mini breaks. Okay, and I wrote that a little weird, but mini breaks are good. And if you can, split up your breaks, split them up. Okay, so if you're on a lunch that's like half an hour, some people have an hour lunch. I don't know who these people are. I keep hearing whispers about this stuff because I know that I only had a half an hour break. If you have a lunch break, see if your job is flexible enough to cut that in half, or or maybe 3, and see how that goes. Maybe you can take breaks throughout the day. For the mini breaks, these are unnoticeable mini breaks. You don't want to be like just stopping every second wherever you are. Like, let's say you are a cashier, you can't just walk off whenever you feel like you need to. So in that case, there's ways to go about the mini breaks with that. You'd have to split up your breaks during the day. And like, as far as jobs where you're walking around, you're more active, it's easier to get away with the mini unnoticeable breaks. And when I say unnoticeable, I just mean like taking a quick, like, couple of seconds here and there to do what you need to do. And for people that are at a sit-down desk, it's a lot easier for you to do these kind of things. You could take your mini breaks as often as you can. Number 3, don't know how to stretch. So this is a problem that we have sometimes, not knowing how to stretch. And that means you're at work, and like for me, in my case, when I was at my stand-up job as a cashier, I didn't know how to do stretches while I was there, because I was just so concentrating on like processing the transactions, getting everything going, and I was just like moving steady, like just like robotic. I wasn't thinking about, how can I actually stretch at work? That wasn't like something in my brain. And then when I was at my active job where I would be walking around, moving, that in the beginning stage, I didn't think that through. I wasn't thinking that I could be stretching on that. And I had more flexibility on that type of job. And then the other job where I sat down a lot, same thing. I just went about my day like everybody else. And that is a problem that I keep stating that we all do when it comes to DDD and other chronic back pain. We are working like everybody else, and we cannot be doing that, okay? So as far as not knowing how to stretch, I have my signature Simply samples. Okay, and that is in my one-to-one coaching program. It's specific towards you. Everybody's different, and it's specific to your lifestyle and what is good for you. So this is my one-to-one coaching program. If you are interested in that, you can go onto the website. That is direct.me/HealthyBackGirl, and you can check that out if you need more help and support with that. So basically, I just run through the different moves that you can do, and that goes to plug into any activity that you have. Any activity at all, whether it's at home or at work, you can do that too. Number 4, it's no plan for activities. Okay, so that falls right into here. When I say activities, I mean what your job duties are. So what I used to do or not do was just go to work, like I said, like everybody else, not thinking through what it is that I need to do. So planning, meaning, okay, if I have to be standing at this position for this amount of time, or if I have to go sit down here, like really thinking it through. That's what I mean, plan. So what it is that's happening is we are not planning out and being prepared for each of our moves throughout the day. So what I recommend is a method that I use, mind your back mindful map. You're just mapping out, planning out your day. It's like a roadmap to how you're going to do your activities throughout the day. Okay, so what you're doing is planning how long, how much, what it is you need on that particular day, and what you need to do for that particular day. That's it. That's basically it. It's very simple, but it takes planning. So you need to map out your day. And like I said, everybody's different. These are just like one type of example. And if you need consultation, you can reach me at my website, and I'll be happy to speak to you. So you can book a call with me. Number 5, no way to ease pain. So when we're at work, what are you going to do about pain? For me, I know when I was in pain, I just would kind of just go through the day and just like suck it up, pretending that everything was okay. And because it's not one of those obvious pains, you can mask it. That's what a lot of us do. We learn how to mask it or learn to just push through, just for the sake of getting by. So that's what I used to do, and just go about my day like everybody else. Okay, so with the no easing the pain, you can't exactly be on anything strong that'll really knock the pain out, because you're going to lose focus, because it's going to make you drowsy. Sometimes like those things have such a strong effect that, concentration becomes very difficult. So that's something that you can't do when you're at work. You can't be like, taking shots at work. That's something that you have to plan, away from work. But I'm specifically talking about while you are at work. And you definitely can't be smoking. And I will not say what it is that I'm thinking. You can't be smoking on the job. Those things will get you probably kicked out of there, okay? Or in very big trouble somehow. Make sure that you can get some herbs and oils that are specific for certain pain that you have. There are certain oils that are out there. Some people talk about like CBD, right? Those are some of the things that a lot of people have been really talking up and, making good comments about. Also, you can use certain machines, tools that you can, bring with you to work. basic things like that can help. And then there are other more technical tools that you can use that you can probably transport with you. Number 6 is too much time off. Now, if you're looking at this and you're thinking, well, too much time off, how does that, give me back pain at work? Wouldn't that be good? But it's kind of like counterintuitive, because for me, I know when I used to like take time off from work because, whatever triggers happened to me, whether I had sciatica or like shooting pains or like just a flare up or numbing pains, like any of those things that caused my back to really hurt me, and I really had like stiffness and couldn't really go to work. Any of those things caused me to stay home. So the longer I stayed home, the less activity I had, which meant that my body was just like always in a relaxed state and not really being of any use doing anything. So when it was time to go back to work, it's like I had to reprogram the muscles to work again, and I felt every single move, everything that I did, I felt it. So that's what I mean by too much time off from work. And with that is another thing that goes with that is taking the time off. Some jobs might not be, so lenient, and you could be fired or let go because of this. Some jobs they're a lot more flexible and you can take a lot of time off. But like I said, that gets you back into that whole state of you're gone too long, and then you have to build back up your resistance, your muscles, all of that. Another thing with the too much time off is you might have to be like constantly switching jobs, because sometimes, you might be doing this so often that it doesn't add up with these people, and so you're going to end up going from job to job because of these things. So those are some of the setbacks when it comes to, too much time off from work. With this, do be active, do have anti-inflammatory foods. Really big thing for this is work from home. Like if you can do that, that is a plus. If you could figure out how to work from home, transition from whatever job you're doing, that's a plus. That will really help you, and then you could add in all of these other things while you are working from home. Number 7 is cycling through these steps. So you're just going through all of these. No supports, not enough breaks, don't know how to stretch, no plan for activity, no way to ease pain, too much time off. You're just cycling through these day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out. You're just cycling through this. And it's like a never-ending cycle of these things. So with this, I actually was going through that. I actually was doing the cycle and not realizing it. And, it did take a while before I kind of caught on, and I was like, okay, wait, I need to do something different. I need to change something. If I want to feel a different way, I need to change something. So, you know what they say, it's insanity. Like if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a change or something different, it's the definition of insanity. So you have to change. You want different, you got to do different, right? So with the cycling through, you need to be more mindful of, who you are, what is it that you want. You need to know your limitations, your abilities, and know what you really want. You want to be pain-free. You want to get rid of your pain. So there are ways to go about it. With the do, you need accountability, okay? That means you're going to be accountable for your actions. All of this stuff here, you're going to hold yourself accountable, okay? Nobody else is going to do that for you. You need to be the one to do this, okay? So that's going to look like things like journaling, meditating, dealing with stress. These are your do's for cycling through. And I offer accountability services. So look me up on my website, and I do one-to-one accountability. If you want, I can help you, guide you through the steps of how to hold yourself accountable, take track and keep track of all the things that you need to do to get yourself to be pain-free. So that wraps up my 7 reasons for pain at work. And I hope you learned something from this. And please like and subscribe, and please share this with somebody that you know that this could help. And just leave a comment. Let me know what you think about these. If you are at any stage of these, or if you went through all of these cycles, drop the comment below and let me know. I'd like to see, and I'd like to, talk to you about that. So thanks for watching.